All right. Sorry, it's a little bit over, but yeah. Let's welcome everyone in. Hello, Natalie, Jason, Haunted Sessions. How you doing? Oh, this is the T-shirt. Look, that's not me. I've just said I'd wear this because this is your name, Natalie. What it means, isn't it? God's gift. It's a thing from my old workplace. Look. National Cask Ale Week, 6th to 13th of April. Look at the date on it. Look, 2009, I think that was. Yep, 2009. 15 years ago. Mind you, it could mean me as well. I mean, I could be put in that category, but that's up to everyone else to decide. So, how are we all doing? It's a little bit dark in here, actually. I think I might need to. I've got a little lamp on up there, but I need to, I think, put the big light on. YouTube algorithms and times and numbers are all up the shite again. I know it's added up. It says 2, but it should be 3, including the host. I just don't understand it. Nigel. My name's Neil, Natalie, Neil, not Nigel, by the way, but it's all right. There we go. You're getting there. So how we all been? Did you My phone said Nigel. Yeah, nice. Autocorrect. The joys of autocorrect. I've done that so many times, written something and it's come out a completely different word. Hold on, let me put the light on. There we go, that's better. Enough to do a quick edit when it becomes a video and maybe just cut that bit out where I left and come back. So, what we're going to talk about tonight then? I've also got to keep an eye out on the oven because I've got my dinner in as well. So that should be done in the next 10 minutes. I might turn the oven off and just let it sit inside, retaining the heat, but probably have it after the stream's finished. Otherwise, I'll have to turn the camera off and have me dinner, and then I don't want to be eating while I'm talking to you both. So we should have some more in soon. I've messaged Jay. I've messaged Cole. I don't know if he's going to be coming in, and if he does, hopefully he'll bring Emily and James, his brother and sister-in-law, in as well. So, what are you having? I'm having chicken pie. It's already got some vegetables inside with some bits of chicken. They're not big, but they're enough for a meal. It's not too much. Then I might get some runner beans to go with it. I was going to have some Yorkshire puddings, but I've run out. So I'm going to have to find an alternative. I don't want chips because the chips have got too big, and I don't like too big of chips because of all the potato and everything inside it. I just don't like it. All that potato bursting out. I don't like too much of it when I start eating them. So yeah. So that's what I'm having. How did Lewis's chat go? Is it still going, or has he finished it and you've come off and jumped in here? Also, what are you doing, Natalie? You watching Strange Stream, or have you come out until I come off and then we go back? Not sure. I've got the Tomb Raider video ready to go up. That's half edited. I've just got to do the other half now. That should be up by tonight. Maybe. I don't know yet. Lewis Prem went well. Oh, okay. There's a premiere. Strange Streams on my TV and your streams on my phone. Oh, okay, cool. So you're double duty. Watching Strain and watching me. Sure, other people have got better things to do than listen to me on a Monday night, but hey. Did you see the video? I've got a new video on my channel. Lisa uploading to her channel now. Oh, okay. Is that on TikTok? I'll check that out later on tonight. Yeah, I got a new video on the channel that I did the other day. I hope it's all right. I had some I've got you on a follow, and I think the other day you followed me back. So yeah, we're following each other. Yeah, the video was for The Last of Us. I tried to make it all right. I'm not sure how it went. It's got a couple of views already, but not loads. I tried to put some music behind it while I was doing the video itself, but it's in regards to The Last of Us type thing. You know, the infection that caused the outbreak in the game. Apparently, they found the same sort of fungi out in a woodland in Margate, and they're researching it now to find out. It's infecting insects, same way as it infected humans in the game. Cordyceps fungus. Have a look on there. It's only a couple of minutes long. It's quite interesting though. I try to get things out when I read them off Google that aren't really going out to too many people. So I try to make videos from it. Only videos that I find interesting. I don't do videos on every single Google topic that I see. But yeah. I've also, luckily enough, don't know if I told you, yes, it's the fungi that inspired Druckmann to make the games. Yeah, that's the same sort of thing they found in the woodland in Margate. Scary though, because if that thing could do that to insects and that could eventually spread airborne to humans, cool. Imagine that. I got over 7,000 views. The Diddley Squat Farm. Cool. Nice one. You only need 100 more subs, don't you know? And you got 1,000 on your Haunted Sessions channel as well. So congrats, man. You're doing well. I was thinking the other day, I got TikTok, and I logged in through Facebook. I'm not sure if I got an account. But I was thinking the other day, just for a laugh, I might actually just do a live or something and see how it goes. 97 needed. Oh, you got 3 more. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was a bit peed off the other day because luckily enough, I renewed my subscription for EA Play for 20 quid for the year. And then I find out on May the 10th, I also did a video for this on the channel as well, that they're putting their prices up. It's gone up almost 80%. It's like, it cost me £20 to renew, which was all right, because I don't mind doing that. I get access to the games on the Vault. I get access to trials before they come out in the shops to see what it gives you an idea of see what you think about the games and stuff. And now it's gone up to, as of May the 10th, £37 for the year. And then they're putting their pro prices up, yearly fee from 89 to 109. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. No one's going to be able to afford it soon. So by the end of April 25, not having it no more. So I don't do Game Pass. I don't go online. And now I can't have EA Play. So that's going to bugger me up for things that I play on the channel, isn't it? I've also got to set up a live stream, test out my OBS, because I might branch into streaming some games at some point as well. So that's another thing I need to do a test stream on sometimes during the week. I'm glad I don't play the computer anymore. Yeah, I know. Prices always go up. I mean, look at the price. I haven't got the thing on the TV at the moment. If I put my Xbox on or I shared the screen to show you, it's stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's like £7 or £10 a month now for Game Pass. And then if you have the next version of Game Pass, it comes up to about £300 and something a year. I mean, I can't afford that. So I just wait for the deals to pop up. When I get like £2 for 3 months, I'll pay the £2 and I'll have 3 months. When it expires, recurring billing's turned off and don't have it no more. There's people out there paying stupid money. Even on pay-per-views for boxing and stuff like that. You do that once a month for the year. That's 250, 300, £350 a year if you pay for it every month. That's not only boxing, that's wrestling, that's everything else. It's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. I haven't paid for a pay-per-view in about 5 years now. There's got to be a better way. Yeah, there is a better way. Next day, go online, type in the what I sent you on Twitter, or X as it's now called, and watch it on there. They cut out all the adverts. It goes from a transition to the break back into what you're watching. It's half the time of the full show, but you get the full thing. That's what I do now every single day. Every single time I want to do a recap, I just go online and stream it. It's the same for me with PlayStation Online. I love to play games, but I can't afford it. All my money's tied up with food and bills and what my daughter needs. Yeah, you see, that's what you got to do. You can't, pump money in, even though they increase the price, and go, yeah, I'm going to do that. 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 And then you find out, got no money for food, as you put in there. No money for bills. I haven't got the money to get what my daughter needs. You got to put all that first before you decide to start paying these silly prices. But it's all down to personal choice. And for me, my personal choice is not to have it anymore. I don't think with it all going up that it's, it's worth it for me to have it anymore. All right, it's going to be the fact that I don't have the trials to put up on my channel anymore, which is before they're released in the shops. I won't have access to the games in the vault, and everything else that the service has to offer. But it doesn't bother me now because I'm not paying an 80% increase to £37 for the year when I was paying £20 in the first place. So yeah, end of next year, done. So I'm going to have to buy physical copies, as I said in the video I did for YouTube, physical copies of the game in order to be able to continue to play them, because I'm not going to be paying for EA Play that amount of money they put it up to. And I've got no issue with EA. I've got no issue with the EA Play hub or the service they provide. Everyone's got to put their price up, but there are people who can't afford it, like me, and I'm not going to do it anymore. Plus, my rent has just gone up from 740, which I agreed to meet halfway with the landlord's agents with last year, and now it's gone up to 825. I've tried to negotiate with them, but they said they can't change it because it actually is below the market value, and that's the best that they could offer. So they can't make that reduction like they did last year to meet me in the middle. So now I've got to pay that. So having that little bit of extra money next year and everything else, and not, putting everything else first and not doing all this stuff that's not needed instead of that, it's going to help me out greatly. So plus I'm going to get onto the job centre and ask them if they can increase my payment, because my payment now is not going to cover it. So I've got to go through all the scanning the letters, scanning the tenancy agreement, doing this, uploading it all to them so they can put the process in. The process is not even going to be done this month. So I don't know. I really don't know. That's how they get now. You want to play, you got to pay. Exactly. But why do it if you don't need to? And for me now, I'm getting to the point where I don't need to. And if the price has gone up, buy the physical copies and still play the games and continue them on your channel, because the physical copies are so cheap now. So cheap. It's unbelievable. It really is. You can get like FIFA 20 for like £1.50 now, and £3 for FIFA 21, Xbox Series X and S versions, 4K, 60 frames a second, everything. all on physical copies now. You can walk into the shop and spend £4.50 and you got 2 games that you can continue putting the content out for on your channel. So that'll be my plan. April next year, buy the physical copies and just not have the service anymore. Save money, pay rent, pay bills, keep a roof over my head, keep the cats fed, keep everything in order as people are wanting me to do it, and save money at the same time. So unfortunately, they've increased their prices, and it's something I'm not prepared to do anymore. Sad, but at the end of the day, you've got to give certain things up, and I'm looking into a lot of things at the moment to give up. Drinking's not one of them, though. Could have a good old drink now and then. So, Natalie, what do you think about my idea of the stream? Bloody fly on my head. When I go to London for my birthday in October, I know you don't drink, do you? How did you find the Prime? The banana one and the Cherry Freeze, the limited edition. You said Cherry Freeze was the better out of the two, didn't you? Yeah, up in London on my birthday, if I can do it, I'll try and invite Strain into a shared stream while we're sitting in the hotel lounge. And, while it's my birthday and we're celebrating and everything, I'll try and get him on a live as well and have him join in. We can have a chat for a few minutes if he's not streaming at the time that I decide to try and get him in. The new Prime's okay. The Cherry is better. I don't know why I said it like that. Cherry is better. Why do I sound like a Yorkshireman doing that? The Cherry is better, dear boy. Try the Cherry one, lad. You won't be disappointed. I like driving my tractor or drinking Prime. I pop off the lid and I drink my drink. That's slightly gone into like an Indian type thing now. I can only do certain things for too long. If I try concentrating on it, all the accents end up changing. God, imagine being from Birmingham and someone's telling you how good something is, and you know how they sound, don't you? You end up going, the Prime is okay, mate, but the Cherry is better. It doesn't sound very convincing, does it? It's like, can you just put some like joy into it? It's like, well, I told you, mate. I told you the Prime is better, but the Cherry is a better one. It's like, God, man, you just sound so like uninspiring. I can message Strain for you if you like. Yeah, go ahead and do that, Natalie, if you like. I don't mind. See if that's something he wants to be a part of. See, I was thinking more like, if we can do that, and he's more into seeing who people are, because he only sees them on the chat, and he can see who they are, what they look like, and he can interact with them. I think that would be great. We don't talk like that, how dare? I know you don't. I know you don't, but I'm talking about actual Birmingham. You know. I'll tell you what does make me laugh though, Ozzy Osbourne. That guy, he's just he's a classic. If you watch the Osbournes, Want to Believe, or something like that, then it's hilarious. Every time he does the ball lightning thing, when Jack asks him a question, he goes, "What do you think that is?" He goes, "Ball lightning, Jack. Fucking ball lightning." Dad, it's not ball lightning. The fucking balls of lightning in the fucking sky. It's just hilarious. Cracks me up every time. And then Sharon as well, them two together. My father-in-law used to. I remember you telling me that. He used to drink with Ozzy in a pub by my house. I bet he had some great times there. I bet he really had some great times there. What's time? 53. 1 second. I've got to go and check the oven, make sure that my pies aren't burning. Give me 1 sec.
breaking things, not that I had any posh fathers or anything. I just think she was one of my kids are rushing about that. Doctors ran test after test, and then eventually they diagnosed her with Usher syndrome. She's got no idea. I can't see that she's going to go blind as Wesley. No, I know, I can't imagine. But I do think we need to tell Brittany before she finds out herself. She's a smart girl, I know. But she's been talking all the time. These challenges shouldn't be happening until she's older. Oh, she's better off with it.
Right, I'm back. They just cooked as I went into the kitchen. They were just done. I touched the tops, put my hand inside, and as I opened the door, all the steam came out my glasses, frosted up, and all of a sudden it just suddenly dissolved and all the sight came back again. If you do that with a cup of tea, it's a really weird thing. If you've got glasses on, blow into your tea while it's hot and have all the steam come back onto your glasses. They fog up, and then all of a sudden it just slowly disintegrates and all it comes back clear again. It's a really weird feeling. You've got to keep your glasses on to do that, though. Whenever I do accents, we got a photo somewhere. Oh, cool. I'd love to see that if you're doing a live next, if you can dig it out. If it's not going to have any reflections on the screen and you can't see it, the brightness or whatever, because you try showing a phone screen to the actual screen of a computer and you have to turn it in all different positions and you still can't see it because it goes like really bright. All you can see is a faint outline of whatever you're showing. So if it works, it works. If not, take a pic on your phone and send it to me. I'd like to see that. Wherever I do accents, they all merge, so I sound Scouse. Oh, I can do a few. I'm part Scottish anyway, so I'm a quarter. My nan was from the Isle of Arran in Scotland, and my dad was born there. He came over here. And then my nan moved down. Yeah, so we've all got a little bit of a Scot in us. I think about 25% or something. Australian, Scottish, Irish, Indian, and Welsh. I can't do Welsh. That's one accent I can never truly pull off. Cockney, Romanian. Oh, I can do sort of like a Eastern European, or sort of like the meerkat type one. Russian and Polish. German. Oh my God. I'm going to have to hear that one day. I'm intrigued now. Let me try. Scouse. You always got to sound like you're bringing up phlegm when you do that, haven't you? I can't. He had a facial. If he can find it. Oh, you bloody facial. I've got in the shower. This is because I've been in the shower. Every time I dry myself off and I put the light on, look, I get the ultimate shine. Like someone's gone and polished my head. Look how shiny it is. Every time I get in the shower, it's ridiculous. A free facial, I always get those while I'm having a brew or draining pasta or veg. Say no more about that. That's PG. That's PG stuff. Scouse. I don't remember if it's look at mate. Fucking coming, mate. It's fucking coming around the corner, mate. What the fuck is going on here? See, I can slightly do it, but it's not brilliant. Australian. I can do that slightly, I think. Hang on, let me think. Because once I've done one, I always mess up something else. Kia ora, mate. I'll tell you what, let's go around here and have a little bit of a laugh. Hung another shrimp on the barbie, mate. That'd be well great. Coming down here, and that'd be cool. Australia? Yeah, Australia's a great place to go. Scottish? I can do Scottish, all right? Because it's easy for me. I'm part Scottish, family originated from there. It's on the Roby family crest. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about the crest. That's cool. I'd like to see that sometime. I only found out a few years ago. PG food, I meant. I'm joking. Mr. £20. Yeah. Yeah, Scottish. It's not that hard to pull off, but it depends what sort of Scot you're going for. Because if you want, like, some people sound really angry. We had a guy from Glasgow, I think it was, or somewhere, and he used to go to my previous work, and I used to have a drink at the bar with him afterwards. But when he was playing the sport, bowls it was, the Francis Drake style, where you roll the woods up to the small jack. You got to get as close as you can. He'd stand at one end, and they're only about 30 meters away from each other, and it's indoors, so it's very echoey because we've got indoor and outdoor games. And he was standing at one end, and he'd shout out and he'd go, "Where you want me to go there, mate? You know, where you want me to do?" And they're like, "What? What the hell did he say?" And I said, he wants you to tell him which way to go and what you want him to do. And they said, "How the hell did you understand that?" I said, "Easy." I said, "I didn't have a problem with it." And they said, "I can't understand a damn thing he said." So you've got like the lighter Scottish as well. They're not as strong. It's like, "Hello, mate. How you doing? Nice to meet you. You know, nice to come down and see you. You know, I've not seen you in a long time. It's you know, a wee bit different down here than it is up in Scotland. But fucking Scotland, yeah, mate, yeah. Great place to go. You get the chance, get yourself up there, son, you know." And then you got the other ones that are like really sound really aggressive when they talk. They're like, "Get it back at you, get it, like football style sort of people. But you know, that's when some people can't understand what they're talking about because they're all like so rowdy and lively. Irish. Oh, but Jesus, you know, I tell you something now, son. I don't know what it is, but you've got to get yourself to Ireland. Go and see the Titanic exhibition. You won't be disappointed. It's in Belfast. You got to go down there and have a look. That sort of thing. It's at times I can do it, but sometimes it starts falling off. I'm not even going to try Welsh, but Indian. Oh, Indian and African. The two that I can do. Me and a friend of mine always do something stupid like African when we're talking to each other, which I'll do in a minute. But yeah, the Indian one, it's so easy to do. Everybody does it. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you coming to me? What are you doing to me? You got any food you don't pay? You come into a restaurant causing trouble. Get out, get out. Don't come in my restaurant anymore. You're banned. I don't want to see you here anymore. I see your face. I call police. You don't do. But you know, that sort of thing. It's easy enough to do. It's just, you know, you just put silly things into it. But the African one, me and a friend are just so stupid with it half the time. I'll get him on the stream once and we'll do something stupid. But the African is more like, what are you doing? Why do you come here? You come here causing trouble. I don't want this trouble in the chat. No, you've got to leave. Otherwise you'll be banned. Oh, Mamma Mia, what are you doing? No, things like that. It's just easy to do. I've been doing it for so long, it just becomes natural now. Cockney is pretty, it's pretty much like, there's two sort of things that you've got in London. Oh no, there's three. You got the Cockneys, you got the people from Chelsea, and then you've got like the actual London accent. So people don't realise that there's all that in London as well. It depends on where you go, but you got the proper London accent, as I said, and the other two. 20 laughing, clapping. Yeah, as I said, there's the three. There's like I can't remember how the Cockney is. It's not like a proper. It's like the Cockney rhyming slang. It's like not like the Unit sort of thing, but it's yeah. When I was going home to the missus the other day, you know, like I've gone up the apple and pears, you know, walking around the cat and mouse, you know, that sort of thing. And it's sort of like that, but I can't do it that well. But the other Chelsea one, if you go up that way, they're like, oh yeah, very tally hair, wow, beautiful, lovely. Get it for a piece of tea and cake in the afternoon, and back to the house and in for the day and all that, all really posh like sort of thing. But the one that always gets me is the proper London one. I had it in town one day. I don't know if I told you about a group of people that were offended when I didn't even do anything. I was coming home late one night, and this guy came running out the side of onto the street, and his feet were going like the clappers on the pavement. And all I said to my mate was, I said, "Wow, he's running like Linford Christie." And this is literally how it went. This guy come out and he goes, "Yeah, man, don't be talking about my fool like that, not my man like that, you know. In I'll be coming up to you, I'll take you to the ground and that, and you want to put you down." I was like, "Really?" I said, I didn't even say anything. He's like, "You best start running, man. You best start running, innit? Get out of here now. I don't want to see you no more. You know, if I catch you again, man, you're dead, innit?" No, I was like, "Oh, I'm just going home. I can't be dealing with all this crap." But that's how you can put the accents together, by basing it on stories, remembering things. So we've got 4 in here now. Haunted Sessions, me, Natalie. That's 3. Who else is in? Unless it hasn't shown up yet. But yeah, I'm not even going to attempt Welsh. I can't do it. Romanian. The closest I can get to that is 2 versions of like the Meerkats. I think it's Sergei, isn't it, or something like what is it? Have you got your exclusive Oig Meerkat toy? Only when you subscribe to comparethemeerkat.com. Sort of that thing, and then you sort of break down the other one to the other one. I can't remember his name, but it's like, "Only coming back only when you got to speed. You got to compare the meerkat." So you got the 2 versions of the little meerkats there. That's the closest I can get to a like Romanian or that style of sort of thing. Dracula Russian. I don't know if I can do Russian really anymore. Polish, I'm not even going to try that. German, you just put a V at the beginning of everything, don't you? Their W's are V's, aren't they? There's like, what is going on here? On the bottom, this diamond, something like that. And you know, I can do a bit of the accent in that sort of like, "Oh, how can Sie vielen? Kommen Sie fort. Kommen Sie fort, sir." That sort of thing, but it's not brilliant. It's not brilliant. Yeah, I've got a few others I can do as well, but the Frank Spencer. You got to sound like you have a cold when you do it. I don't know if I can even do it now, but let me think. You got to sound like you have a cold, and then you got to push the voice through. It's like just hold the breath in for a minute, so you get like that, and then you just go, "Oh, Betty, I don't know what to do. The cat's done a whoopsie in my bed, right? Oh," you know, that sort of thing. So it's holding your breath in, then pushing the voice through. My cousin once did the meerkat voice over the intercom at Asda on his job interview. He had the whole supermarket laughing. He didn't get the job. It was funny. It was when the shop was closed. I used to work in home base, and we used to do that when the shop was shut. We used to close up and we were cleaning and tidying up the shelves and stuff. And one by one, each of us used to run up and push the button on the tannoy and speak through it over the whole shop. And it was one of those flat square bottom ones with the 4 different coloured buttons on there. It was a stem, and then it had a stand with the microphone on the top. So it was like on the reception desk, sitting on the thing. And we all used to just run up there, push the button, and do silly voices and stuff for it. We got the job done, you know, cleared up, tidied up, pushed everything, brought everything forward. You know, did all jobs, cleared away all the old cardboard before we went home and stuff. But yeah, we used to do that. I actually had the job at home base then. I was actually at school when I had that home base job. I did it for 9 months. It was only supposed to be work experience. And I was taking home a full wage packet each week as well. Still got the wage slips down there. I could go back and tell you how long ago it was and how much I got. It's all in my filing cabinet down the left-hand side next to that cabinet over there with all my display stuff in. You want to go on Britain's Got Talent? Yeah. I've seen the people that are on there, mate, and some of it is absolute crap. I'll tell you one I did see, though, that was absolutely fantastic was I can't remember his name, but he went on. No, it wasn't Britain's Got Talent. Sorry, it was Stars in Their Eyes. It was a clip on YouTube, and it was a Scottish guy, and he went on as Freddie Mercury. And I tell you what, that guy was probably the best one out the whole show. He nailed that. He absolutely nailed that Freddie Mercury impersonation. He did so good. He come out with the white trousers and the yellow jacket and everything. Fake moustache across the top, under the nose. For him, I think YouTube's gone wrong. Now it says there's only one in. I don't know what's going on. Who's the fourth one then? Haunted Sessions, Natalie, me. Who else is here? Because it hasn't shown up. Now it's back to 3. Yeah, YouTube's messing about. Yeah, it's got, mine went to 1, then it's come back to 3 now. I don't know. YouTube's effed tonight. 3. Yeah, you're right, Jason. You're right. Unless we had a ghost in, and the ghost made 4, and the camera didn't pick it up, and now it's gone back to 3. I don't know. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we did that on the intercom at home base. It was hilarious. Those are great days. They always make great memories. I wish I was doing YouTube at that time because I could have made some great videos from there. But I didn't start it till 9 years ago. 21st of September 2015. That's why I've got Angry Anubis 2015 on there, because that's the date I started it. Now it says 4 again. I don't know who's in. If I miss someone, I apologise. 3 now. Now it says 5.
Seems to me that's hugely dangerous if the proportion of them isn't working, because wherever they're not working, you've got a black spot.
No, it's definitely wrong, because I would have seen more names to make the numbers up if that was 5. Oh, also, the other 2 I don't know if I told you about was the helium thing. Most people use a balloon to. That looked a bit dodgy, didn't it? Most people use a balloon to take the air out into the mouth to make the voices. Yeah, mine says 5. But as I was saying before, I don't know if you were in and Jay was in and you saw it, but I usually say to people, this is for a giggle, that I don't need helium to change my voice, because I can talk like this if I want to. And I can speak to you in this way for as long as I like. You know, I don't have to take helium to speak like this. I can just do it on the fly. And then I can go back to speaking like that. You know, it's quite funny, really. Most people go, how do you do that? It's like, oh, don't. Natalie, that Tiny Tim, that bloke drives me up the wall. I don't not like him, but his content is the same thing over and over and over again, whatever videos he does. I mean, I could do it myself. I mean, I can impersonate him. I've seen it so many times, and I can do the voice myself if I wanted to on the phone. But the bloke's content, I don't want to see it anymore. I can't watch it anymore because it's repetitive. He does nothing different all the times he does his videos, and it's boring. He's good at what he does, yeah, but it's just the same content every single time. It's like he's on the phone like this. Right, I'll do it. Look, he's on the phone. He goes, "Hello? I've lost my mum. I can't find my mum. I don't know where my mum is. I don't know where my mum's gone." And someone on the other end is like, "Well, can you put your mum on?" "Don't know where she is. I don't know where she's gone. She's out on my own. I don't know what to do." And that's the same shit every single time he puts a video out. Good luck to him. He gets the views. And if people want to watch repetitive stuff, not for me. But all kudos to him. And it's like some of the others on there, all they do is repeat the same shit they do every single time. You know. Also, the Lord of the Rings. with Gollum, I can do that as well. I just have to get the voice right. What was it I did? Oh, the scene where he says, is it the Gollum bit? What was it he did? Let me think. Oh, the kill them all bit. That's the bit I usually do. I normally come on and say, what was it?
He knows, especially the fat one. Kills them all, and also has it, my precious.
See, like that. I can do many things. If I listen to things, I can sort of copy it. I have this thing of being able to copy it. I can even do my flatmate's voice from upstairs as well. I left a message on his phone once, and it was so realistic that he thought he left it. It's funny because he's homosexual, and he's from Stoke as well, and I can copy his voice like that. And every time I say something and leave him a voice message, he thinks he's left it. It is quite a laugh. So he's sort of like got this sort of like I don't know, he just pushes things out. It's like when he starts talking sometimes he goes, it's like, oh, it's shocking, dear. Absolutely shocking. Shocking, I tell you, shocking. And that's how I done something like that the other day and put it on his answer phone, and he thought it was him left his own message on his own phone. He didn't remember doing it. And I told him it was me, and he said, you got me off to a T. He said, copying my voice. He said, that's exactly like me. And I thought, how did I do that? You know. Yeah, some mothers do have them. It's a brilliant episodical comedy. If they didn't have Michael Crawford, that would never have took off. Never. It's like a lot of these things you watch now. If David Jason wasn't Del Boy, it wouldn't have took off. You know. And originally, I think they asked the guy who played Slater if he would be Del Boy first of all, and he said no. And I think Del Boy got the role shortly after that. So, little fun fact. But yeah, Michael Crawford. I don't know, Natalie, if you remember. There was one episode where nothing went wrong until the very, very end. And it was looking like the whole episode was going to go without something happening. And then I think his kilt fell off or something at the very end while he was on stage. And it was just hilarious. I was waiting for something to happen. I thought nothing's happened yet. And then that bit where his kilt fell down to finish the end of the episode was absolutely hilarious. I used to copy voices from the TV as a kid. I still do it now sometimes. I've got to do is hear someone talk and my voice will instantly change. Yeah, that's the same with me. I can do that if I hear somebody talk, but I've got to be able to take it off. Otherwise, I can't do it. I used to be able to do the Billy Connolly sort of thing. It was like the changes with Billy Connolly, because when he started, he wasn't like he was later. His voice changed. When he was doing his first lot of comedy back in the day, he used to be like, when you're done your own, everything's going to be, and this and that, I'm running on the road, and all that sort of thing. But now he's sort of like drawn out a lot of his words. He's like a bit slower, and his words are more drawn. It's like, well, you're running around, and I'm coming across the road, and things are not going as I planned, and I find it kind of funny because, and everything's pushed out, like his voice is pushed out now. It's not so direct, so that's sort of like easy to do as well. But the problem is when I do too much, I sort of get a bit lightheaded. So I need to, I think, get a drink in a minute. What's the time? 44 minutes we've been going. So it's 8. So I normally finish around about 8:30, but I seem to have lost everybody. I don't know where everybody's gone. There's no messages to say sorry I got cut off or anything. I don't know if Jay's coming in. I don't know where Cole is. I don't know where Haunted Sessions are, and I don't think his brother and sister-in-law are going to come out. Yeah, that episode, I couldn't believe it, that nothing happened. Nothing went wrong during the whole episode, and it only happened at the very end. Oh, you're still there? Okay. It looked like everybody had gone, because I got 1 like and 1 watching, and then it suddenly, like, the numbers all changed and everything, so I didn't know if you dropped off or you got accidentally cut off or Wi-Fi's playing up or something. So we got literally 10 minutes. So what we're going to talk about, we've done a few things on the stream at the moment. Pick something, Natalie, pick something, Jason, Haunted Sessions, and we'll have a convo before I end the stream. Let's talk about something different. I'm going to go and get a drink very quickly, and then I'm going to come back. So just bear with me one moment, because I'm getting a bit lightheaded, and I'm getting a bit dry as well. So 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I get them quite regular. I mean, this one, and he actually says, we've been in tears for 24 hours. It's making us sick. Once again, people need to stay off our roads tonight. If you break down in a live lane, we won't know you are there.
Claire's email has become a way Stan can get a message out about technology failures. She then posts warnings on social media.
Today, as we speak, SPD, stationary vehicle detection, is down on the M1 between junctions 39 and 42. It will be out until noon due to planned maintenance. So that's planned, and they still don't tell us. Well, it's absolutely ridiculous. The whistleblowers, they have to anonymously contact me, and I have to publicise it on our social media.
Oh, that's better. Oh, I'm feeling like an old man now. Every time I walk down the hall and back, and I'm only 44. I'm feeling like an old man. Demonology course. Oh, yes. Not talking about the FA Cup. No, I will say, though, Jason, I watched that match, and I wasn't impressed. You know, it wasn't the best game for the FA Cup. I mean, it was pretty mediocre. I mean, how do you have an FA Cup game? I know games can take a long time for teams to score. It can go to extra time. It can go to pens, like the Manchester United game yesterday. But that game to me was mediocre. That was not an entertaining game on both sides. And to get 83 minutes or just before, I think it was, to get the first goal and it just being 1-0. All right, it's a result for City. City have gone through. But it's not a game that I found entertaining, really. That's all I can say. That's not knocking anything, and I know games can go like that. But I wasn't impressed. Oh, I really wasn't. At times, I sort of like just left it running and carried on doing some editing on the computer here, what was still going on, and just looking up like that and looking back, because I really lost interest after a while. But that's all I'm going to say on that issue. Demonology, course that Vito did. Yeah, absolute con. What a joke. And that Bishop Long, I mean, that just tells you all you need to know about Bishop Long, doesn't it? A man who appeared on Ghost Adventures. And, yeah, that was... And he's saying that he represents fully qualified investigational teams, and he doesn't go in for some of the others and everything like that. So basically, he's categorising the actual Ghost Adventures are credible team, and they're a well-established team, and they're one of the best ones to be involved with. and they've been classed as fake, and he's still associating himself with them. So that all that does is explain that Bishop Long is just full of the old proverbial poo-poo. So as Beerbo, as Beardo says, start calling him Beerbo from now on in his chats. Can you imagine that? But no, I thought there was something dodgy about that demonology course. I don't know. Have you seen anything about that, Jason? What do you make of it, Mr. Haunted Sessions? I just think that says all you need to know about Bishop Long, really. Full of crap. And of course, it's a joke. I know Beardo had it paid for him, so he did it. But it doesn't even tie in with what's said in the description. Where was the certificate? Where was the stuff that you're supposed to be able to get to say that you're qualified? And you went through how many minutes of him yapping on about about certain things and all that lot. Beardo didn't answer any questions, never went on a course, and then it said at the end, congratulations, you completed the course. Then he was lost because he didn't even know where the certificate was coming from or if he was even going to get one. It's an absolute con. I wouldn't even pay for it. I wouldn't even entertain it myself. Let me know what you think in the chat. We're not talking about the FA Cup. Oh, we've done that. Chelsea should have beaten them. Yeah, as I said, it was a mediocre, shitey game. I lost interest in it and I didn't even bother watching it. I just left it running in the background and just glanced back and carried on with me editing. And I looked up and I was like, oh, City are through. So now it's going to be a Manchester derby to see who goes through next, isn't it? Coventry was poor. Coventry played better. It started off a bit poor, but it was actually quite an entertaining game. United went in front, then went behind. Coventry, I got to admit, I agree with you. They played bloody well. I mean, they beat Maidstone, and Maidstone made it past Ipswich before that in the FA Cup. They did well. And here's another thing. A guy that used to be at the club where I used to work, he passed away, and his grandson plays for Coventry. Not Coventry, sorry. I got that wrong. I'm thinking too much. His grandson plays for Maidstone, and his name is George Fowler. And I actually met him before his game against Maidstone in the FA Cup at his granddad's funeral, which is a guy I was talking about who used to be at the club where I worked. So I've met the guy. Really nice guy, not totally up his own arse, really friendly and everything else. I asked him how he's getting on. He said he was enjoying it. And I said good luck with it and let him go on his merry way, be with his family. And, I spoke to him again after the wake. Nice chap. I wish him all the best in his career, and I hope he does well. He's only 20-something now, I think, so he's got a long way to go in his career. But he was, really nice bloke. Most people you meet nowadays, they're like, you go, oh, hello, nice to meet you. They're like, nose in the air, just marching on, like when I met Philip Schofield on the Seafront one day. I went up to him and there's a load of kids walking with him, and I just said, hello, Phil, nice to meet you. This is before he came out and all the other shit that he had, that he brought out after he came out and everything else. This is way before that. And he just walked on the seafront like that, nose in the air, walking along it. Eventually, all the kids just went one way. They went and left him to it. He's an arrogant, self-obsessed prick, and I can't stand the bloke. So fuck him. That was a good video. What video was that? You're talking about the fun guy, Last of Us one? Oh, by the way, I got this. If you go to Sainsbury's, if you like pink grapefruit, this is pink grapefruit cordial from Sainsbury's, and it is absolutely banging. It's got the authentic taste of the real pink grapefruit, just mixed with water, It's absolutely beautiful. I like it. I'm going to get myself another bottle. I've got about that much left in the bottom now of the other one that I've got out there. I recommend you get some if you like pink grapefruit or fruit drinks, rather than just have like your normal apple and blackcurrant, lemon and lime, all that lot. This is absolutely banging. Pink grapefruit cordial. Fowler, that's Trevor's last name. Oh, is that your other half, Trevor Fowler? You got Robbie Fowler as well, haven't you? The ex-football player. I think, talking of meeting people, the only person I met a few years back, before he became a complete twat and moved to Russia, was Steven Seagal. I went to the Cliff Pavilion, which is just literally 5 minutes down the road from me on the seafront, which is a theatre. And he was singing in a band, his own band called Thunderbox. And when he came out, after he'd finished, he was sitting in the back of a white van outside the stage doors. And I said to my mate, I'm going to get my ticket signed. And he went, "You're not going to meet him. You're not going to do it. Nah, I'm going home." And I waited in the queue. I was only about 3 back from the door. And got up and I looked around the door and he's sitting right at the back. But the security guard at the front was being a bit of a cock. He wouldn't let anybody, even though you couldn't get near him, they wouldn't let anybody get to him. He was blocking the door and he was like, "I'll take the ticket." And okay, gave him the ticket. He passed it to Stephen. Stephen signed it. So I thought, fuck this bouncer. So I leaned around the corner and put my hand out and I shook his hand. I was like, "Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for the autograph. You know, take care, mate. Nice to meet you." And that was it. So I've got his signed ticket in an envelope somewhere as well, along with my other stuff. Mum and Dad got me Alex Ferguson's autograph at Newmarket. He signed a race card for him. So I got that here as well. That's in the cupboard with all the other collectible stuff I've collected over the years. I've also got, if you remember, Luke and Butch from WWE. Actually, it was WWF at the time. They were known as the Bushwhackers. I think they were Australian. I met them prior to an event at the Cliff Pavilion as well, wrestling event. And I shook hands with them, took a photo over, and signed it. They signed it. So I've got Butch and Luke's signed picture somewhere as well. I think it's around Mum and Dad's now because I had a clear out a little while back to make some room in here. So I think they've got it at home. I think one of them's also passed away now. I think it was Butch. I don't know if Luke's still going, but I think Butch died, sadly. So there's only one left. And also another former WWE wrestler, when I went to see that show at the Cliff Pavilion, was the French guy, Rene Dupree. I think he might have been Canadian, actually, but he was there as well. And the funny thing is as well, during that actual show, there was a guy there called Doug Williams. He's from the UK. And he was in an independent wrestling circuit. And when he came out in the first show, I went to see another show afterwards. And there was an announcement made that prior to his appearance at the Cliff Pavilion the first time, they were proud to announce that Doug Williams had been scouted and was about to sign a contract for TNA Wrestling Impact. So he signed the contract shortly after and went to the States for 4 years, and then he retired. He quit TNA after that because that's probably not what he thought of it at the time. But at that time, 4 years later, after he retired, didn't want to do it anymore. TNA became stale and it became a crap brand. Well, to me, it did anyway, because they lost half of their originals, like James Storm and AJ Styles and all the people that built the foundation for that company to be elevated, and it just became unwatchable in the end. It was full up with people I didn't even know who they were. Storylines were crap and the wrestling was bad, so I stopped watching it. Gotta go take a shower. Okay, mate, thanks for coming in, thanks for the support. keep me updated on anything that you do in the future. And I'll jump in on a prem. I'll let Natalie be notified as well. She'll come in, watch some of your videos, and hopefully we'll start getting you nearer to that 1,000 subs that you truly deserve. Anyway, have a good night, mate. And again, thanks for the support and love to the family. How many we got in now? Just me and Natalie, I think. I used to watch TNA late at night on Freeview. It's still on. I prefer WWE nowadays. Yeah, WWE is always going to be the top brand. WCW tried actually competing against it, and they couldn't do it. There was a Monday Night Wars, but they didn't actually win that. The ratings went up for WCW at some point. Whatever they did or something happened and the ratings went right up. And then WWE took most of the ratings, and it's still the biggest, episodical show in the history of sports entertainment, so they say. But the reason WCW failed and they lost all of their ratings and everything else, their views and things just plummeted, was the fact that they got the news that Mick Foley was going to become WWE champion on WWE TV. Actually, it was known as WWF back then. And they revealed it on national TV. So it went out to hundreds and thousands of people. And everybody thought, fuck WCW, I'm going to watch WWF now. So everybody switched over. And all their ratings, all their views, all their analytics, like the things that YouTube relies on, all went straight down into the gutter. That completely dropped. And the amount of people that they lost and WWE got, WWE's ratings went through the roof that night. So that obviously started the downfall of WCW because most people were switching from WCW to WWE. And they basically mucked it up from there on. But I always used to prioritize it. I used to watch WCW Nitro, and I used to love watching that show. That was a classic wrestling company run by Ted Turner, and I loved it. I absolutely loved Nitro. I used to watch it every Monday night without fail and never ever missed a show. I loved it. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, NWO, all the greats, Randy Savage, all them lot were in it. And it was absolutely fantastic. Then I used to switch over to WWF because I got into that through somebody when I was at school telling me about it. And I watched one episode of Monday Night Raw. And this was back in 1997 when I first started watching it. And I've been watching it ever since because at the end of that, when they had Goldust, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Rowdy Roddy Piper, all the legends, Undertaker, all that lot. And this was just shortly before the Montreal screw job. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And I was like, when's the next episode? I can't wait till next Monday. Have they got anything online that I can watch, before this comes on again? But there was nothing. So I had to wait a whole week. When I was coming home from school, and I was like, Monday night, it's Raw tonight. It's Raw. Oh, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. I was like, please, I can't wait until it starts. I was so hyped. But I knew that WCW was on before that. And I thought, yes, I've got 2 lots of wrestling tonight. I've got WCW Nitro, then I've got WWE. And I can watch a full episode of WCW because WWE doesn't come until later. Or WWF, sorry. Now they've rebranded it as WWE, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. There have been ups and downs on shows, and I thought this is complete crap. I'm not really entertained by this. But then there's other times when I thought this is absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm loving life. I'm loving wrestling. I'm loving the way things are going. I'm so happy to be watching these. But WCW went down, got bought out by WWE, and then like that, they canned it. And they brought all the people into WWE to rival with the WWF to make sure that they'd have that final end to WCW. because Shane had the storyline that he bought WCW from under his dad's nose. Then they went with the invasion storyline and all the different matches and things. And then they just canned WCW, and they basically made Ted Turner look like a complete chump by doing that. Then they had that horrendous Sting versus Triple H moment where they should have had Sting win it, but they wanted to bury a legend and an icon like Sting on WWE TV and have Triple H win that crappy match. The whole fucking thing was crap. And they just wanted to show that they were going to end WCW and they were the biggest thing going. That's what they were trying to do, and that's what they did. And they shouldn't have done it. It was wrong. But then again, it's in the past, now it's done. Nothing you can do about it. I used to watch TNA late night. Oh, I think I've had that. I'll be happy there to support. Is that the Haunted Sessions Jason thing I think you're talking about? It was the same for me. Those were the days I used to copy the moves and jump off my mum's furniture. I actually, I think it was on film somewhere. I don't know who's got it or if it's still around. My friend used to pick me up and F5 me, I think it was, or AA me onto the couch. He used to throw me up and I used to land on my back and on his couch. And one day I laid him flat out. And I went to jump on him off, and he went, "No, don't do it, don't do it." And I jumped, and I literally went up in the air with an elbow drop, and I went, and I jumped, and I bang, and he came down, and he went like almost through a coffee table and something, and he was like, "What are you doing, you twat?" And I was like, "Sorry, mate, sorry, I was just, ready to go, and you moved a bit." And he's like, "Fucking hell." So, oh, did he? What happened? I'm coming back in a minute, but what happened? Can you tell me what he did? I'm ending the stream in a moment, as I'm going to get myself something to eat, and then I'm going to go back to Strain's. He's trying to time trial race. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get myself something to eat, and I'm coming back in to check Strain's stream again. So I will see you back there in a moment. That's to avoid the cars. Oh, is that part of a what do you call it? Where you've got it in a part of an objective. Is that part of an objective for the race he's taking part in? You can't hit a car while you're racing. Hello. Where'd you come from? Hello. Cat's just come back in. I opened the door so she could go out for 5 minutes, and she's obviously seen something outside that spooked her, or she doesn't want to be out there anymore. Oh, it's an objective. Okay. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Natalie. I'm going to say thanks to everybody for coming in. Obviously, we didn't see some of the other people that we expected in tonight, like Jay, so I hope he's okay. I'll have to text him in a minute and see if everything's all right. I don't think he's got back to me yet. I know Cole's okay. He's probably busy with his girlfriend, or he's walking the dog, or he's got something going on. James and Emily aren't here, which is his brother and sister-in-law, so I haven't got any way of contacting them, so I'll have to find out through Cole. Haunted Sessions again, thank you for coming in and supporting the Monday Night Lives. I did want to ask him something, actually, but he went. I'll have to message him and ask him after. It was in regards to the live stream, so I'll check. Natalie, thank you for jumping over. I'll let you get back to Strange Stream. And in about 5 or so minutes, once I've got my dinner out, I'll go back onto Strange Stream and come back in, and I'll see you there. So, with that being said, stiff neck at my right. Yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you. Thanks, Natalie. I appreciate that. Just trying to get some more people in. Hopefully, each week. That's why I'm keeping going. If it's not many people in, I just want to keep it going because I'm getting the views when the stream is finished. There's like, if you look on my channel and you see the lives, you'll see the amount of views they get. Not while the stream is on, but while the stream is ended. And it's coming up with about 19, 20, 21, something like that in terms of views. I'm getting some likes as well. But I'm just curious as to why the likes and views come after the stream's ended and not when it's on. But it's just weird. Anyway, thanks to everyone who came in. Thanks for your support. Hopefully I can get some more people as I keep this going. I'm going to keep it going, even though there's a few, people short, which is not a big thing. It would be nice to see people, but people have got things going on, so you can't expect them to drop everything and come in, for an hour. So I accept that. But I'm hoping to build it up, and I am going to keep going week by week and doing this. So I hope that, some people can, join me. I'll put posts out, and I've messaged other people to let me know I'm on. But I don't know what more I can do. So hopefully I'll build it up over the coming months and just keep going. If you stop, the algorithm drops. People don't come in because you're not doing as much stuff and you're not doing what they expect you to do each time you say you're going to do it. So you've got to keep going. You've got to keep progressing. You've got to keep moving forward and just hoping that, like a plant, when you water it, it's going to grow, it's going to blossom, it's going to bloom, and when that happens, that's technically like looking at it from your channel standpoint. Water a plant, it's healthy, it has a good foundation, the roots. Then as it grows, it blossoms and it blooms and it gets bigger. That's how your channel rises. So if you look at it that way, that's what you got to do. And it also depends on the work you're putting in as well. If you're not consistent enough, like me, and I accept the blame for that. This year I thought I was going to be a lot better consistently, but I do not do things as much as I should. So that's another factor. So that's something I've got to work on. But yeah, if you look at that like a plant, look at YouTube like a plant, like what I just said, that's how your channel grows. Consistency, work ethic, and everything else, and you'll get somewhere. But that's obviously something I've got to work on. But yeah, that's where we're going to end the stream. So again, thanks to everybody who came in. I hope everybody else who couldn't make it is all right out there. I'll check in with you soon. Natalie, thank you for supporting the stream in the last 2 times you've been coming in. And have a great night. I'll see you in a few moments back on Strange Stream. And I will see the rest of you hopefully next week. So take care of yourself out there in the world. Thanks for watching and bye for now. I'm going to start the